Welcome to day 3 of the 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup qualifiers. The first game is here between Senegal and New Zealand. Both teams coming off 2 losses, so someone's going to get their first win of the tournament. You're taking a look at New Zealand right here as they get set and taking on Senegal. A reminder, there's 6 teams here in San Juan right now, all battling it out for a trip to Berlin. USA and Italy will play later tonight, and then we'll end off with Spain and Puerto Rico. And Italy and Spain playing for their ticket today. If they win, they will be on the way to the World Cup. You take a look at the standings here. I'm Kelsey Wright-Johnson, joined by Danilo Gallinari. You ready for a big one?
We made it to day 3, Kelsey, so why not keep going?
Why not keep going? This is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be fun, and I think we can be ready to go. So we are about 8.5 minutes until tip-off, and we'll get a look at the teams as well as the starting lineup. So right now it is New Zealand heading onto the court. Now just a reminder of their path here. The first game was against Spain. They lost that one 99-50. And then just 2 days ago, they lost to Italy 74-51. And they got to this tournament after placing 5th at the Women's Asia Cup in 2025. The top 6 teams from that qualified to these qualification tournaments that are happening all around the world. Right now, this one, of course, in San Juan. You're getting a look right there at a rising star, Palace Hokianga. She's headed to the University of Portland just next year. It's been a solid squad, a lot to improve on, as Coach Natalie Hurst mentioned in the press conference. And this is one of the first games that they're going to have here at the tournament that is very, very winnable for this team. So we'll see how they're able to respond going up against a little bit of a taller squad on the other side. They take on Senegal. Now looking over at Senegal, how they got here, day 3. On day 1, they had a really tough game against the defending champs, the USA. They lost that one 110-46, and then a big improvement against Spain just 2 days ago. They lost that one 84-51, but they've showed a lot of promise in this one. And of course, they qualified to come to San Juan by finishing 4th at the AfroBasket 2025 behind Nigeria, Mali, and South Sudan. And even though they lost in the bronze medal game, they represent one of Africa's most decorated programs historically. They've got 11 AfroBasket titles, and a lot of that, as you see the players come to the floor, a lot of that is behind former Pittsburgh standout Yassine Diop, who is often the offensive focal point, the engine of this team. And for the first time this tournament, we are going to see Sabu Gay. You just got to look at her right there on the court. She was injured the first 2 games, back today, so we'll see how she is able to make an impact for her team. And we're going to take a real quick break as we listen to the national anthems of both countries.
We now ask that you please stand for the national anthems. We begin with the national anthem of New Zealand.
take a look at today's referees for the game. We'll go left to right on your screen. From the left is Cecile Gungar from Turkey. In the middle there, you see the crew chief, Boris Krijic from Slovenia, as well as, of course, last but not least on the right is Jian Sun from China. So a really great group of referees here in San Juan. There's 11 of them looking to stamp their way to the World Cup as well. Thank you, Boris. We've got 3 minutes left to go until tip-off. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for New Zealand. It's a similar starting lineup that we've seen the past couple days. Taylor Dalton going to make the start as Charlotte Whitaker will come off the bench for this New Zealand team. One name to watch, Sharon Robati has had quite the start to the tournament here. 12 points versus Spain, 6 versus Italy, so she'll look to get back into the scoring bracket here against Senegal. Let's take a look at the head coach of New Zealand, Natalie Hurst, currently the assistant coach at the UC Capitals of the WNBL in Australia, former head coach of the Adelaide Lightning, where there's 4 or 5 players on this New Zealand roster that play for Adelaide right now. On the other end of the court, we'll take a look at the starting lineup for Senegal. No changes here. And Yassine Diop, that's who I mentioned earlier, the captain of this team. The firepower behind this offense as we take a look at the head coach of Senegal, Cheikh Sarr, is one of the most experienced figures in Senegalese basketball, coaching in a whole lot of international tournaments around the world, including the 2022 edition of the World Cup qualifiers, and of course, the 2026 edition right here in San Juan. We approach the Tissot countdown to tip-off. 1 minute until the first game of day 3 begins. This game could go either way, Danilo.
It's going to be a very nice game. I think we're going to have, it's going to be a tight score until the end. Hopefully my prediction is right, and 2 teams fighting for a spot. Very different teams, where their strengths are very different, and so we'll see which strength is going to prevail.
Yeah, we'll mention it again. 6 teams here in San Juan are up for 4 tickets to the World Cup in Berlin in September. One of those tickets has already been punched. The USA has qualified already, so there's 5 teams going after 3 spots. And neither of these teams you're watching right now have won their first 2 games, so one of these teams will come out on top and get their first victory of the tournament, which could help them stamp their ticket to the World Cup.
What is the feeling of a team when you're playing basketball, but you know you're already qualified if you are Team USA?
Probably a lot of nerves for these girls today.
For sure, they know this is a very, very important game for them, and it's the first game of the day, which is always gives you a stamp in the day, and it gives you the chance to, if you win, have a very relaxed mood during the day and watch what the other teams are going to do.
You're watching the 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup qualifying game, day 3, game 1. New Zealand taking on Senegal. One of these teams is going to leave the arena today with their first win of the tournament, and it's going to be Senegal with the first possession. Kelsey Ray Johnson, Danilo Gallinari here with you, bringing you all the action, all 3 games today. But first up, let's take a look at how Senegal and New Zealand plays out to start the game. New Zealand very active and very loud on defense. And NJ misses the first shot of the game. New Zealand looking to slow it down now.
New Zealand have very good sets, half-court sets, and they've been very effective on the half-court. On the other side, Senegal trying to use their size right away from the beginning, giving the ball to the post.
Yeah, they definitely have the size advantage here, and we'll see how they're able to use that on the defensive end as well. Offensive rebound for New Zealand. Robati throws up the three. It's no good. Pizzi with a rebound, and she's been a rebounding machine for New Zealand so far. Had 7 rebounds against Spain, 5 against Italy, and that one, she gets the offensive rebound plus the foul. Senegal commits the first foul, so it'll be New Zealand ball on the baseline with 14 to shoot. They get it up to Rebecca Pizzi, and that's the first basket of the game. New Zealand officially on the scoreboard.
A typical screen-to-screener action from the baseline that we saw already played by every single team in this tournament, played very well and effectively by New Zealand.
Chow looking to get it inside to Phi. Phi's been the leading scorer of this team. It's knocked out. NJ throws it up, no good. She had to put it up. It was at the end of the shot clock, but New Zealand comes down with the board. They've got numbers now, 3-on-2. Dalton down low, pulls it back up to Pizzi. She swings it. They get it right back into Robati, and there's going to be a foul called there on NJ. Just trying to get the positioning over Robati. She's been a really good active player for this New Zealand team. If you take a look at the
and we see both teams, every time there is a foul call, gathering and talking about what happened. They all know that this is a very important game. They were not doing this the first 2 days, Kelsey.
No, and that just goes to show the importance of today. After losing your first 2 for both teams, you gotta win this one. You gotta want this one. Here's Phi, passes it to the corner. A strong drive from Pui, no good, gets her own rebound. Back up to Chow. The floor general looking to set up a play with a reset shot clock. Chow, step back three is good, and Senegal takes the lead.
It's gonna be key for Senegal to play that pick and roll in the middle with Chow directing everybody, and in this case they call it fist up for Senegal, and they were able to score the basket. The defender went under, and Chow said, "You cannot go under on me."
Take another look at this one. Wide open, and she nails it. Possession before, I think, showed a lot about how the size advantage for Senegal right now is going to play on the defensive end as they force a turnover. On the offensive end here, shot a little long, but another offensive rebound. NJ tries to put it up, no good. Chow gets it down low, throws it up, can't connect, and it's knocked out of bounds by Senegal. New Zealand ball headed the other way.
Senegal very active on the offensive board. That's something they will have to do all night. They have the size advantage. This time Chow was able to get the offensive rebound, and she's been very, very active.
Yeah, I look at every single one of the matchups that's on right now, and I think Senegal has a height advantage on every single one of the matchups except for Chow and Dalton, and she was able to get that rebound. Here's Graham, kicks it up to Robati. Robati pulls up, finds Dalton underneath. Dalton pulls back out. Robati from 3, drives down the middle through 3 defenders. It's knocked out. No one has possession right now. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will go towards New Zealand.
A very different communication situation, because the first 2 games they were not communicating the same way. There are 2 very loud teams right now, and they understand that communication has to be better, and it's going to be key for both teams to communicate, especially on the defensive end.
The referees got together on that one, and it's actually going to not be a jump ball. It's going to be a shot clock violation. So great defense so far by Senegal. And I mean, a lot of that is having to do with the communication that they're showing early on. Chow to NJ. Looking to get it up top. Phi over to Diop. Diop drives, kicks it out. Pui pulls up. Just off the mark, New Zealand with the big board. Here Shearer tries to save it in bounds, but Pui able to grab that possession. Great patience there on the offensive end by Pui. A little pump fake down low, and she is able to win herself a trip. Oh, they're not going to. It's going to be on the catch, excuse me. So no trip to the foul line, but she does force the foul.
And again, everything happened from, started with the offensive rebound, being very aggressive on the board, and a lot of good things are going to happen for Senegal if they keep being aggressive on the offensive rebound.
Yeah, 7 rebounds right now for Senegal as Chow pulls back out, tries to get it into Phi. It's going to be a fun battle to watch, I think, between Phi and Robati. Of course, Phi has the size advantage there, but Robati will not back down. She's a very physical player.
Yes, she is, and we've seen again Senegal giving the ball in the post or in the high post. They want to attack from down low. Another action right now from the sideline and probably a middle pick and roll.
Chow up top, waiting for the screen. 5 on the shot clock, rejects it, gets it over to Phi. Phi pulls up, a little long. New Zealand finally pulls that one off the glass. Here's Shearer, taking on numbers, tries to get it into Pizzi, but just cannot connect down low. Again, I think it's the size advantage there for Senegal. This looks like a new team we're seeing today.
Definitely a new team, very well prepared, a very well executed game plan for now.
Sokna NJ with the triple, and what a shot. She struck that one with confidence. Shearer to Graham. Graham off the Robati screen. Robati wants it down low. 1-on-2, a great spin move, drop step off the glass.
A great ball fake to the middle. The whole defense moved to the middle, and a great spin baseline for an easy shot.
And Senegal continues to get offensive board after offensive board, creating second chance opportunities for themselves. It's put them ahead so far 6-4, and we'll see how they're able to do it more. But that one is knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a New Zealand ball.
And it was a great reject with a crossover by Chow to free her up for an easy shot, but she decided to pass the ball, even though she made the first 3. If you make the first 3, I'll tell you what, Kelsey, I'm going to shoot the second one.
Got to. Couple substitutions for both teams. Ella Tofeono comes in for New Zealand. And for the first time this tournament, Sabu Gay checks in for Senegal, not playing the first 2 due to injury, but she is in now, as well as Nadioma Khan, who has been, again, one of the offensive threats for Senegal off the bench. Okianga with Tofeono. Tofeono, what a move, showing off her footwork immediately off the bench.
And that's the perfect way to get into the game with a great move. Move the feet a little bit, dribble the ball a little bit, get the feeling with the ball, go to the free throw line and possibly make 2 shots.
Now, Ella Tofeono had 14 points in that first game against Spain to go along with 7 rebounds. She's at 87% from the field. And in the last game, had 8 points, shot 100% from the field. So a really, really efficient player you have in Ella Tofeono.
And if you're shooting with those percentages, I think that the advice from the coach and your teammates would be shoot even more.
The ball's knocked out of the hands of Shearer, and it's Senegal on the run. And look at this, the first possession she's on, the first possession she scores. Welcome to San Juan, Sabu Gay.
That's a good welcome when you shoot your first one and it goes in right away.
Here's Shearer, up to Robati. Robati uses the screen, turns the corner. It's 1-on-1, and it's blocked by the long arms of Phi for Senegal, and now they're running. They don't have numbers, but here's Can. Over to Guy. They put it inside to Phi. Phi hard off the glass, and New Zealand fights themselves for the rebound. Eventually, Tokianga grabs the possession.
Again, Senegal going in with their bigs. Good shot, but didn't go in.
Guy Over to Diop. Diop likes what she sees from 3. Oh, sorry, it's a long 2. A long 2 for Yassine Diop. And Senegal having themselves quite the start. It's 10-5, Senegal over New Zealand.
This is a different Senegal team.
It is, and I think Coach Nat Hurst is thinking the same thing. Forced to call the timeout here, and we'll head into that timeout to see what head coach Natalie Hurst has to say to her team.
Alright, if we get it, it doesn't matter who gets it, everyone needs to bust out because we're kind of hanging around, we're taking space because they're long. It looks like we don't have space at the back end of the court, alright? Right now I want us to go into hip on the left hand side. Hip on the left hand side. After your exchange here, Sean, Tegan, I want you to run opposite, alright? I want us to get that, alright? If we cannot, we come off, we have nothing. Shani's on the elbow. I want you to pitch the elbow and play off that, alright? Here we go, let's go.
Coach Hurst wants the team to run more. They need to play their transition offense and try to get easy baskets. They're not running as they have been doing in the first 2 games, and so going back to their DNA, run a little more.
Yeah, they have 0 fast break points right now, which is not the way that New Zealand has been playing those first 2 games. So we'll see how they respond to Nat Hurst out of the timeout. Robati in the elbow, kicks it out just off the back rim, and an offensive rebound almost for Hokianga, the smallest player on the floor, but now it's a 3-on-1 for Senegal. Rolled around the rim, and it's knocked out of bounds off of Hokianga. It's going to stay with Senegal with a fresh 14.
It was a well-played 2-on-1, but they could not finish, but they have a chance now after an offensive rebound to have a baseline out of bounds.
And a substitution in for Senegal. Nene NJ comes in. She's been one of my favorite players to watch. She's averaging about 8 points per game. Guy drives, blocked by Amelia Shearer. Only 5 seconds to shoot now for Senegal from the baseline.
That's a very well defense played on a 1-on-1 situation, with finishing with the block, and now we see if they're able to, Senegal, be able to capitalize in 5 seconds.
Yeah, let's see. It looks like Coach Sarr is going to draw something special up for this timeout to try and add to their already impressive start to the game. We'll head inside the timeout and see what Coach Sarr draws up.
5 secondes. Ok, je vais pas perdre ça. Donc, ok, on a le 1 qui prend le ballon. 5 est là. 2, que je 2. Yo, je le 2. Ok, on a 4, c'est petit, 3 filles. 5, arrière. Ok, tu fais le recul là. 2 va poser un écran pour toi. Watch tu souffles. Ok, tu auras le panier facile. Après, maintenant, si tu n'as pas ça, écran pour yo, le game se souffle, tu auras 103 points. Ok, ça vous, tu as compris? Donc, tu cherches la grande, si tu n'as pas ça, donne à l'autre. Maintenant, il reste 5 secondes. Tu peux pas tirer, hand up avec Sabou va tirer. Allez, 1, 2, 3.
And as my French is getting better by the day, Kelsey, I think they're going to try to run a back screen for fall to gather an easy shot under the basket. But we see New Zealand going zone right now.
Ooh, smart decision by New Zealand there as Mam Fall stands at 6'8" in the center there. And
she was wide open, by the way, in the paint.
Should have gone. Should have gone to her. Senegal now showing the 2-3, and New Zealand still able to get it inside, outside to Shearer, and Amelia Shearer knocks down the triple.
New Zealand 3-point shot percentage has to be on point today. They will have to shoot a lot of threes to win this game.
Manfall up top into Can. Can drop step on the left-hand side, and it's good. And Senegal is rolling on the offensive end.
They recognize the mismatch again. Their point guard going to the post. Very nice spin move with the easy bank shot.
What a steal by Sabu Gay. It's nice to have her back for Senegal, and just like that, the transition bucket is good. And look what we missed out on watching Danilo. We could have had her the first 2 games too.
Glad she is back healthy and being a factor already in this game, right in the first quarter.
Graham into Robati. Robati spins. She goes up against 3 tall trees down there with her arms straight up, and she's blocked. Can over to Diop. Diop to Gay. Now, Gay, I was going to say looking to slow things down, but she wanted to go. Gets it into Fall. Fall, 1 dribble off the backboard, no good. Robati, easy rebound as they're in transition now. Kokianga. Hands off to Tofeono. What a pass inside to Robati. Tries to take advantage, but it's knocked out of bounds off of Senegal. It's going to stay with New Zealand as they have a few fresh faces coming into the game.
New Zealand trying to go in every single possession, but it's not easy to shoot over Senegal bigs, and so like I said before, they will have to find their 3-point shots from the outside and being effective from there if they want to win this game.
14-8, Senegal leads the way over New Zealand. 12 to shoot for New Zealand on the baseline. Kiri Somi just off. Ooh. That's going to be a foul there on Ella Tofeono. Senegal ball on the sideline, and still a fresh 24. Can on the wing. Over to NJ. Over to Manfall. Fall picks up her dribble back into Can. Can being doubled, skips it over to Gay. Gay, an ankle breaker, can't get the layup to fall, but gets her own rebound. And that's been the story of their offense so far, is offensive rebounding. But Tofeono, it's a player I said to watch in the defensive end for New Zealand. So physical. She's got the heart of a dog and a big block to go along with it.
I thought I saw Allen Iverson ankle breaker right there, and it was a beautiful crossover, couldn't finish. Great defense by New Zealand, by the way, recovering from a one-on-one situation.
The shot's no good, but another offensive rebound, this time in the hands of Can. She goes up, can't connect. Finally, New Zealand stops their possession. Kirisomo to Tofeono. Tofeono goes up. It's good off the glass, taking advantage of that transition bucket, and that's what you want if you're Nat Hurst.
They have to run just like that. They have to run their transition game, easy basket, good rebounds. Once they get the rebound, they have the size advantage and speed advantage on their side to score quick baskets.
Looking at percentages right now, Senegal, their percentage is not good, but they've had 20 shots at the rim compared to only 9 on the other side. A lot of that has to do with the offensive rebounding.
As we can see from the numbers, from the stats, that's the Senegal plan to go in the paint and be dominant in the paint.
Got points off turnovers right now, and if you're New Zealand, you really want to clean that up early in the game. They've got 5 turnovers, and Senegal has scored 7 points off of those turnovers. That's half of their points right there, just off New Zealand's mistakes.
And turnovers are usually the key in every single basketball game. The score is measured, and the difference between winning and losing is usually in the turnover.
Take a look at some of the best plays of the first quarter. NJ checked it up from deep the first 3 of the game. That one was fun to watch. And then Here's Sabuke. First time on the court, and she looks beautiful out there already with 4 points. That's Amelia Shearer. She's got 3 points, 2 rebounds already, and it's been kind of everybody scoring so far for Senegal. Stop the... I can't see what that board says. My eyes aren't good enough. They want to stop something. If you're looking at the screen, go ahead and download that Courtside 1891 app to stay up to date with all international basketball, including this tournament here in San Juan.
I couldn't read the board, so my eyes are not very good, kind of like yours in this situation, but it was not an easy test to see that board, to be honest, Kelsey. So I saw something that said stop.
Yes.
So they're trying to stop something.
To start the second quarter, it's Senegal 14, New Zealand 10, and it's New Zealand ball to tip off the second 10-minute period. Tofeono looks inside to Dalton. Dalton drives left. A lot of bodies in there on the defensive end. They kick it out to Shearer, and it's going to be out of bounds on New Zealand. That one just a bit short for Amelia Shearer.
That was a very good defense by Senegal, using their hands, but especially using their length to their advantage.
Sabugai over to Can. Can drives left. She saw the opening and just couldn't connect off the glass. Here's Dalton now for New Zealand. Comes off the screen. Shearer back up top. Starting point guard for Team New Zealand. Skips it across. Thigh able to get her hand on it, but it's knocked out of bounds. And Senegal's hands have been all over the ball on the defensive end, as well as, I mean, on the offensive glass for them.
And Senegal switching everything on and off the ball, using their length and playing a very good one-on-one defense. They feel there is no mismatch, and so they're able to switch everything.
And that defense right there causes another turnover. It's the 6th turnover for New Zealand as Dalton's called for the travel. It's going to be Senegal ball on the sideline.
And the more the defense switches, the more you as an offensive player, so in this case New Zealand, you have to move the ball and create situation where there is miscommunication between the players, and so you create advantages by moving bodies and moving the ball.
Nice drive there by Gay, gets it over to Phi. Phi tries to split the defenders there, but the ball's knocked out of the way, and it's going to be a foul call on number 15, Jade Kirisomi. Take another look at this one. Yeah, she tries to bring it right over Graham, and Kirisomi kind of a little bit of a hand check there. We got a fresh 14, and there's a substitution in for New Zealand. Ella Tofeono going to check out, and it's Sharn Robati back into the game for New Zealand. You don't really lose a step between these two. Both really physical and good offensive players for New Zealand. Nene NJ from the corner, just long. And there's a foul there on Sharn Robati as she clears the body of Phi and able to get that rebound.
New Zealand is going to need everybody in the paint to rebound the ball. You need to have your bigs boxing out and your guards coming in to collect the rebound.
Charlotte Whitaker going to come in for New Zealand for the first time today after a couple fouls from some of their other bigs. Robati has 2 fouls. Ella Tofeono only has 1, but I think she just needed a little breather. Senegal, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Can drives, comes up against the big body of Whitaker, and she throws it out of bounds. It's a good defensive stop from New Zealand. New Zealand down 4. No passes are easy against this Senegalese defense today.
And if they're able to keep up with this defense, it's going to be a very big problem for New Zealand to find a solution every time down the court.
Nice pass to the corner, and this time Tegan Graham connects for 3. She's averaging 9 points in the first 2 games here and already off to a good start with a big 3 to bring her team within 1.
They did find a solution in that situation, especially with Graham being very effective from the three-point line.
Yeah, but just as effective is the way that Senegal has been able to keep the ball high, move it real quick, and NJ connects off the glass.
Get it high, keep it high, something that every big you should do.
Dalton over to Graham. Graham redrives back to Dalton. Dalton driving east to west, kicks it out to Whitaker. Whitaker finally breaks the north-south border, but can't get it to go. Can with the board, kicks it up to Gay. Gay loves the transition bucket just off the back rim. It's knocked out of bounds. It's gonna go back towards New Zealand.
And Gay's been showing us a lot of moves from the Allen Iverson crossover, ankle breaker, and a spin going from the left to the right. She got a lot of moves.
Yeah, she's been fun to watch. I'm glad she's back. Oh, sorry, I'm sure New Zealand is glad she's back too, or Senegal is glad she's back. New Zealand's probably not.
Probably not.
Here's Shearer, she checked back into the game, gets it over to Graham. Graham drives, puts up the little mini hook, and it's good for 2 points as New Zealand stays within 1. Lena Tamara leaks. They're able to outlet it far, and they take back the lead now.
And as a coach, I'm sure you're going to be very, very mad to see an easy basket like that. And miscommunication, not knowing what the matches are, that's not what you want to see from your players.
Senegal has had a lot of success when they showed their full court press against Spain. We didn't see it against the USA, but against Spain we did. We've got 5 bodies on the ground right now. Already a very physical game. As Nidio McCann is slow to get up.
It was a big crash.
Yeah, and the foul eventually does go against number 10, Ashley Strawbridge of New Zealand, right after she checked into the game. And the full court press works again for Senegal as they get the call, and it's their possession now. Nidio McCann, what a great take. Chow can't make New Zealand pay, but another offensive rebound allows them a second chance opportunity. Here's Can, a deep 3 from the corner, too short. Once again, an offensive rebound there for Senegal. It's knocked out of bounds by New Zealand, but they get another shot. Right now, they've taken 30 shots compared to just 17 for New Zealand, and that's just all heart and effort getting that second rebound.
It's tough to win a game when you have those kind of stats, and New Zealand is gonna need a lot of Graham offensively. I would say at least 20 points from the number 8, and a lot of defensive rebounds.
Tofeono up top, hands it off to Shearer. Back to Tofeono. Tries a nice pass inside to the cutter, but Chow says nope. Chow reading something her teammate didn't see. That one is straight out of bounds, New Zealand ball.
They didn't see the things in the same, they were not going eye to eye. They didn't know good connection there, but good try. And so I think that you love it as a coach to see your team trying to run and score easy. They couldn't do it that time.
There's a cylinder foul there on number 22, Nidio McCann.
That's a good definition of a foul, a cylinder foul.
That's what the ref was saying, I'm just copying him.
Number 22,
Amelia Shearer drops it off, the shooter shoots. The first one is good, that one a little bit off the mark from Tegan Graham. Now Senegal really slowing things down. They haven't had a ton of substitutions, so these players getting a lot of minutes. And Soknya NJ, that one is Good for her. That's her 7th point already in the game.
And NJ looking like MJ on the post with a fadeaway spin and fadeaway shot.
What a block there by Tyler Dalton. Dalton gets it, or tries to get it right back. Tofeono fakes the handoff and takes it herself. Great take there by Ella Tofeono. 5 points, 1 assist for her in the game.
That was a very well done handoff, fake handoff for the big to go to the basket.
Phi looking inside, gets it to Can in the dunker spot. A take on Graham. Phi cutting, goes against 3. No offensive rebound this time for Senegal. New Zealand cleans it up.
Everything started from the post for Senegal. Very good pass, couldn't finish.
Dalton over to Graham. Inside to Tofeono. She thinks she's got the mismatch there, and there's going to be a foul called on Nidio McCann. It'll send Ella Tofeono to the line for 2 shots.
New Zealand, even though they don't have the size advantage, they went in the post and the paint anyway for a good one-on-one play.
Number 22, number 7,
A lot of substitutions right now for Senegal. Fresh legs, fresh energy, and the same thing on the other side with New Zealand.
Ella Tofeono going to the line for 2 shots. This is a player who has played a lot with this senior program just since 2024, but this will be her 14th game with the senior program, and she averaged a double-double playing pro last year in Australia. So she's used to this. She's a great rebounder, a great scorer, and already off to a great start here. 7 points. Sabugai, that's going to be an over and back call. Great pressure defense there by Dalton for New Zealand, forcing the turnover.
Finally, New Zealand bringing some energy and full court pressure, and that's something that they will have to do. It's in their DNA, and so they will have to do that the whole game.
Yeah, and that's something you want from your captain too. Dalton checks in, and you know she's gotta lead the team by example. Shearer finds the opening off the glass. It looked good as players fight for the rebound now. Still no one's possession. Shearer on the ground with Tamara, and that one is going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with New Zealand with 14 to shoot.
And everybody fighting for that ball, 50-50 ball, is going to be something that we're going to see a lot tonight, and everybody's fighting for that ball.
There's head coach Natalie Hurst looking on as her team takes it out of bounds. Got to get it into someone. Graham kicks it to Whitaker. Whitaker, a little mid-range jumper is no good, and she's going to be called for the foul there as the collision with Mam Fall sends Fall to the ground. Substitution in for New Zealand. Rebecca Pizzi checks back into the game. She's one of the best rebounders on this team, so that's somebody you want in this game if you're New Zealand, as they are losing that rebounding battle 24-18. Fall up top to Tamara. Tamara always looking for her three-point shot. That one just a bit long. NJ comes down with the board. It's knocked away by Dalton. Once again, it's a 2-on-1. Shearer, Dalton. Shearer takes it. It's blocked by Gay, but an offensive rebound gives Pizzi the three-point opportunity, and she cashes in.
They have to play fast, and they have to shoot threes with confidence, just like they did in that situation.
New Zealand back within 2, just under 3 minutes to go in the half. Sabu Gay, nice crossover. She's got handles, gets it over to Lena Tamara from 3, and that one is able to go. And she looks relieved when she sees that one go through the hoop.
And when you see one going in, there is a good chance that the next one you shoot it with confidence, and you might make it again.
Here's Dalton. She's been a spark for this New Zealand team, and Lena Tamara called with the foul. Let's try to eavesdrop on what she was saying to the referee.
Yeah, she got caught with the arm, so she was saying that the offensive player hooked her a little bit.
It's just her first personal foul, but she will take a seat on the bench as Nene NJ comes back into the game. But there is a timeout called by New Zealand. Just over 2.5 minutes left to go. We'll head inside the New Zealand timeout to hear exactly what Coach Natalie Hurst is drawing up for the Tall Ferns.
Yep. Right, you've got to watch because she's on your back to cutting, okay? 2.5 minutes, then you get a break.
Good job. Here we go. Emmy. Yep. Shah. Piers. Yep. Tay. Tegan. All right. Tay, I want you to bust.
Yep.
Shah, I want you to go this way. Okay. I want you to bust, and I want you to try and get Piers' player. That I want us to try and look for that. All right. So Piers is here. Shah gets out. Okay. Then Tay comes high, and we got Tegan. All right. If we get nothing, Tay, go get Tegan. The ball comes in here. All right. Then I want us to run. Emmy, get to here, and I want us to get into wave right now. All right. Here we go. Look at her first, please. Tall Ferns.
Here we go, baby.
And there is a very good chance that after this timeout, we're gonna see the ball going through the hands of number 8, Graham, and see if she can capitalize either with the usual three-point shot or with the drive. And the captain reminded the team that only 2.5 minutes left, and then they get a little break.
Tegan Graham is the person I'd want the ball in the hands of too. Already 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists early on. She passes it right back to Shearer. Shearer drives baseline against 3 white jerseys, and she'll be rewarded with a trip to the charity stripe.
It's not a prediction time yet, Kelsey, so I'm not going to put any pressure on you. But yes, we got 2 free throws.
Amelia Shearer, pretty new to the senior team, just 8 games with this senior New Zealand team. She also has played 3-on-3 for New Zealand, and 5 seasons she played at the University of Portland. Her senior year was just last year in 2025. She averaged 17 points per game. And she's just leaving University of Portland. Hokianga just headed to University of Portland, so a little New Zealand connection there in Portland. Sabu Guy up to Pui, Pui to Tamara. Back up to Guy, 10 on the clock. Guy, 2 dribble pull up just off the rim. New Zealand is not getting any easy boards. That time they battle for it and win the battle. Here's Dalton now on the wing. Gonna use the Whitaker screen. Over to Shearer in the corner for Pizzi. Rebecca Pizzi drives, kicks out, and she's called for the travel.
Too many steps or epi feet, call it whatever you want, but that's traveling.
Can't do that. It's all tied up. Just under 2 minutes left to go. Senegal ball, and Senegal's defense and rebounding has been the story so far. They lead the rebounding battle only by 6, which is surprising to me.
And we see also the refs, as always, very focused in this game and reminding every player to put their jersey in.
It's so physical in there. I'm sure their jerseys are being pulled out.
All the time.
Not on purpose.
You're right.
Sabugue, what a drive. A beautiful pass into Mamfal, but Mamfal cannot get it to fall. And then she's going to throw that one out of bounds. It'll be New Zealand ball. Great defense there by the Tall Ferns.
That was a perfect drive with a great pass. Not assisted because the ball didn't go in.
Kadaya Foy comes back into the game. She's got 2 rebounds for Senegal. Dalton picks up her dribble. Over to Graham. Graham back to Dalton. Dalton drives, kicks to Whitaker. Whitaker can't connect. Pizzi tries to get the board. That one is going to be knocked out of bounds by Rebecca Pizzi back towards Senegal.
And the 2 New Zealand bigs being present on the board anyway, offensive boards, and this time they were not able to get the ball back.
Under a minute to go left in the first half. Sabu Gay kicks it to NJ. NJ backs her defender down, but decides to kick it out to Diop. Back to NJ. NJ for 3. You said it. She does look a little like MJ today.
She made the very first shot, and so she was wide open a couple of more times, and she hesitated. I don't know why, but she did not hesitate this time from the corner for a great 3-point shot.
Yeah, and she leads all scorers right now with 10 points. There you go. That's 8, 9, 10 for her in this one. Charlotte Whitaker goes to the line. 32.7 seconds left to go in the first half, and Senegal will bring in some fresh legs. Fatou Pouy comes in for 5. Charlotte Whitaker, the 6'3" center. She played 4 seasons at Colorado. Her senior year was back in 2024, where she averaged 3 points, 2 rebounds, 53% from the field. She currently is one of those couple players who I said plays for the Adelaide Lightning right now in Australia.
The great state of Colorado, where I lived 7 years in Denver, and so I know that beautiful state very, very well.
Colorado is pretty. The mountains.
It's very pretty, especially if you like the mountains. And for those who don't know, Denver is called the Mile High City, 5280 feet, which equals to, of course, 1 mile. And there is the restaurant week in Denver that lasts 1 week, where every restaurant has a menu for $52.80. And you can eat whatever you want for the same price.
I get all the lobster. Let's head into the Senegal timeout to see what Coach Sheck draws up for the final 20 seconds of the first half.
We keep it 24 seconds. You keep it, okay? Guys, start from the baseline, okay? On commence par là. 4, 5, 2, 3, on laisse avec Sabou. N'est-ce pas? Donc Sabou, tu viens jusque là, tu attends. On va y rester 10 secondes maintenant. Tu appelles Sorna. Donc Sorna, tu vas d'un côté. Bon, vous guissez le. Vous l'avez guissé. On change de côté. Après, on pop. Tu auras un 3 points. Maintenant, ça prend 3 points. Attaque côté 3B. Donne la balle. Sur côté B, attaque côté 2, on prend un tir à 3 points. Attendez jusqu'à la fin. Hein. Attendez jusqu'à la fin. On ne donne pas la possession à l'adversaire. We need a 3. Okay. Looking for the 3. If I have a 2, we take the 2. Okay. Yeah. Mais s'ils font le pressing tout terrain, on fait fly. Ok. Voilà. 1, 2, 3.
Coach Sarr started the timer with a little English that made me excited, but he switched it right away to French. And I think they are going to switch everything defensively for New Zealand, and Senegal knows this, and they will try to get a 3 off in 19 seconds.
Senegal up 2. Final possession of the half. Dalton guarding Gay very closely. Gay to the corner. And the 3 is good for Yassine Diop. Coach Danilo. Amelia Shearer. That one is no good.
Not sure I know much about basketball, but I was fortunate enough that time to understand what Coach Sarr wanted and what the players actually did. A perfect 3-point shot from the corner.
Just like that, they extend the lead. Senegal 29, New Zealand 24. A really good half from Senegal. We said it, this has been a different team than we've seen those first 2 games. I mentioned it, both teams coming off 2 losses, and although the percentages don't look great from 2, Senegal has been able to give themselves a lot of second chance opportunities with offensive rebound after offensive rebound. And you look at the rebounding battle, it's just 28-22. I don't have the offensive rebound battle like numbers in front of me, but I would say that they're winning that one handsomely.
They're winning that one for sure. As we predicted, a very tight game, first half. And Senegal shooting also very well from 3. So if they keep putting pressure offensively on the offensive board and shooting the 3 like that, it's going to be tough to New Zealand, I think, to keep up there. But they have been doing a pretty good job, only down by 5.
A couple of the best plays from the second quarter. It's going to be very even because we're so close here, and that was, if you're New Zealand, that one has got to light a fire underneath you.
It's definitely going to be on that video edit they're watching right now in the locker room.
Ella Tofeono has had a great start for New Zealand, 7 points for her already in this one. As you take a look at the 3-point shots from Rebecca Pizzi. Pizzi, 5 points, 3 rebounds. And on the other end, they're matching those 3-point shots. That one, Alina Tamara, 5 points, 1 rebound for her. And that's the one from the corner. What a beautiful shot there from NJ. And here's the last one of the half. Diop ran Danilo's play, and we'll be back after a quick halftime break.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
and drive. Not rising, we are arriving. Not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot.
Earned. Taken. Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
Forged in sweat, ruled by queens. When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
Nice little hesitation, kicks it out. Spin move, and is rejected from Beswar.
As Team USA comes back the other way, looking to punish. Caitlin Clark pulls up from deep. And those are the Caitlin Clark logo threes we're used to seeing when she's in rhythm.
There's Talbot. She just hit the 2 biggest threes of the game. Now Whitcomb gets up a 3. Can you believe it? They have hit 4 in a row. Unbelievable.
And three different players, so.
Pellington, open from the elbow, misses on now the steal from Pellington. Look at this. And then the turnover, and Duel comes from behind and gets the block. I don't think that Alexander knew she was coming, or maybe she would have hesitated.
AI completely airballs, but Joanna saves it and passes it directly to Malonga.
Deng, energized by knocking down the shot, ran into a big block there from Cardoso, hit the deck hard as well.
Here she is in transition. A nice pass into Tyra Melendez. One court vision from Pamela Rosado as Melendez runs full speed ahead. Sandelicini pulls it back out, 7 on the shot clock. Pulls up from 3 with a player in her face, and just like that, the and one opportunity from 3 for a 4-point play. I cannot say enough good things about her. .2-point game. It's knocked out of Pagan's hands. Here's Monique Billings and Angel Reese. Angel Reese on the left-hand side is blocked by Amani McGee Stafford. That's a momentum swinger right there.
Miyazawa, they got to get the shot up. And she gets it up just in the nick of time, and she banks it in. Incredible.
I think it's going to count.
It is. Wow.
And, well,
yep.
Oh, yeah. Easily out of her hands.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me? Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Chicago attacks to close out. Feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back inside the El Choli Arena here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. You're watching New Zealand take on Senegal. Senegal's up 29-24. We take a look at the leading scorer for Team New Zealand, Ella Tofe. Oh no, and she has had quite the start to this game. 7 points for her, 1 assist, and she's been shooting the lights out and defending even better. On the other end, the top scorer for Team Senegal is Soknia NJ. 10 points for her, 2 for 2 from 3-point land. She's been a standout player so far in today's game, and it's good to see her step up. She's had 2 quiet games before this, but not quiet here today.
She is definitely not quiet today, especially from the 3-point line, shooting 100%. And so if you shoot 100% in the first half, why not keep shooting in the second half?
Shoot till you miss. Both teams shooting pretty good from 3-point as a team. New Zealand 3 for 9 right now, and Senegal 5 for 10, shooting 50%. Look at the leaders, and each category has a different leader for New Zealand, playing very much team basketball right now. It's nice to see. They've got 9 assists on 8 field goals.
What does that number mean?
I don't know.
Me neither. You are the expert, Kelsey, and so especially with stats, since you are good in studying and good making predictions.
That one stopped me in my tracks. On the other end, 7 assists on 12 field goals for Senegal, but one of the big differences here is, like Danilo talked about, is turnovers. New Zealand has turned the ball over 10 times compared to just 5 for Senegal, and Senegal has been able to capitalize 10 points off of those turnovers, so 10 points that Senegal has scored off of the turnovers from New Zealand. If you're Coach Natalie Hurst, I'm sure you mentioned that at halftime.
For sure, and especially for this second half, the turnover number has to go down, and they have to control, of course, the defensive rebound. Once they do that, we're gonna keep seeing this tight game until the end, and we'll see what happens in the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't have offensive rebounding stats in front of me, but what I do have is field goal attempts, which says a lot in this game. New Zealand has 26 field goal attempts compared to Senegal's 42. So they have almost double the amount of attempts at the basket, and they're up by 5.
You always want to have the chance to shoot more than your opponents, and so that means that you have more chances to score the ball.
Another look at Soknya NJ. 10 points for her, 100% from the three-point line. Shooters shoot. A great start to the game here as she leads Senegal in points, and they lead the way over New Zealand.
And as the best shooter of all time, Steph Curry, said, if he goes 0 for 10 from the free throw line, is he shooting the 11th time? He said, for sure.
One of them's got to drop, right?
For sure. If you don't shoot, that's the biggest mistake that you can do as a shooter. You keep trying, and the ball will soon go in.
Right now, these two teams are tied in points in the paint, both with 10 points in the paint each.
And as we have a tight game, the prediction situation for you, Kelsey, is going to be even tougher, because my request this time is not for just the leading scoring team right now, but it's going to be for both teams, since we have a tight score. 29-24, the game is going to finish with what score, Kelsey?
I used to do it at halftime?
Yes.
That's crazy. If you're just tuning in, this is your first game watching, he's asked me every single game what I think the winning team's amount of points will be. It usually comes a little later, so let me put on my math helmet for a second. I like the way Senegal is playing right now. And if they're able to keep up the intensity and the defense, I'm going to put them at 64 points.
And what about New Zealand?
I do think it's going to go back and forth this entire second half. I think New Zealand may take the lead, and then Senegal will take it back. I think it's going to be a really close game at the end. What are they shooting? From three, they're shooting 33%. I think they picked that up a little bit. I say 62.
I like the prediction. You have been right for every single prediction in the first 2 games. 6 games, 2 days, 6 games,
I've
which
been
is
so wrong.
Almost impossible, but you've been amazing. And so we'll see if this time, today, for the first game of today, you are right again.
Just a reminder that the 2 teams you're watching lost both of their games to start the tournament. Senegal lost to USA and Spain. New Zealand lost to Spain and Italy. So one of these teams is leaving the El Choli Arena today with their first victory, and they'll get one step closer to stamping their ticket to the World Cup in Berlin, Germany in September. We're 1 minute to tip off here as both teams get locked in to start the last 20 minutes of action. Senegal has improved in both of their games. In that first game, scoring 46 against the defending champs, and then 51 against Spain. New Zealand is averaging 50.5 points per game in their 2 losses against Spain and Italy, already at 24, so just on track. But of course, if you're Team New Zealand, you want to step it up a little bit more on the offensive end and not allow so many offensive boards for Senegal. If you saw that QR code, make sure you get your phone out. You download the Courtside 1891 app. That app is great. It's going to keep you up to date with all international basketball, including these qualifying tournaments right now happening all around the world. And you get to listen to us. Welcome.
And if you don't know anything about the famous New Zealand lift that you see, you can see on the New Zealand flags from the fans that we see on the stands. The lift is called the silver fern or ponga, and is an iconic native tree fern, national symbol of New Zealand, recognized by its bright silvery white underside.
Ooh, and that's why they're called the tall ferns. But they want the gold fern here. NJ, a rare miss for her as Team Senegal's first possession results in an out of bounds. New Zealand down 5. The Tall Ferns down by 5. Robati on the elbow. Drives, finds 3 white jerseys down there, so decides to kick it out, and that one is good for Tegan Graham.
And that has been the best duo right there for New Zealand. Give the ball to Robati in the post, in the high post, and she's been able to deliver and score from that position, this time to Graham for an open 3-point shot.
Steal from New Zealand. They have an extra shot at the offensive end here. Here's Shearer. Shearer wants to get it back to Robati. She's listening to Danilo. Robati tries to get it in, but the long arms of the defenders steal that one out of the way. It's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go back towards New Zealand. Easy call for the referee on the baseline.
That was a very good move with the Eurostep. Wasn't able to finish. We'll see what New Zealand is going to run offensively right now.
Sabu Gay picking up full court against captain Tyler Dalton. Amelia Shearer over to Robati. Sean Robati has been such a solid performer in all 2.5 games so far for New Zealand. Amelia Shearer has 2 seconds to do something. Puts up the floater, no good. Can down with the rebound, and there's going to be a foul called there on the rebound on Nidioma Can. So it's going to stay with New Zealand. They got a fresh 14.
And a very good, aggressive offensive rebound. And now we have a baseline out of bounds. I think we're going to see again another screener action. Actually, not a stagger action for Graham to come out. Great pass, tough layup.
A lot of shots falling short today, and I think that happens after an off day. Everyone just warming back up, getting their legs under them.
And a lot of people are wondering and asking what you did in your day off, Kelsey.
I ate every single piece of food on the island.
What does that mean? What is the typical food in Puerto Rico?
Well, I had breakfast, I had brunch, I had lunch. What is typical food here? You lived here for a year.
There are a lot of typical foods and places that you can try in Puerto Rico. I would say that the most famous one is mofongo, that you can try it either a simple mofongo or mofongo with fish or meat.
What is it?
It's a plate with kind of like potatoes and a potatoes plate that you can mix it with meat or fish. I like it a simple mofongo with no addings. You can also try a lot of different other stuff.
I heard the Chinese food is good here. Is this a myth?
I don't know. When I was here, I tried a lot of different foods because you have from sushi to Italian to different other stuff. But the typical food is very, very good and tasty.
Rebecca Pizzi charged with her second personal foul as the cutter got knocked to the ground as she tried to pass her. A very physical game here between these two teams as it stays close, 31-27. Senegal didn't like me saying it was close, so they're going to extend that one, 33-27, a nice shot by Cam.
And we expected that aggressiveness and the focus and communication by both teams. This is a crucial game for both teams.
Yassine Diop charged with the foul on that one. That's her second personal foul, and Amelia Shearer is holding onto her hand there, slow to get up, but she's going to take it out of bounds on the sideline. Yassine Diop still pleading her case on that one, saying, "Ref, I know I got the call, but look for this."
A lot of explanations, but at the end of the day, the ref made the decision, and you gotta live with it and work with it, accept it, and move on.
There's a lot of fouls early on in this one. It's very, very physical, and the ref actually is gonna go talk to the players right now and just say, "Hey, everybody just
tune it down a little
settle down." That foul is going to go against Taylor Dalton, the captain, as she flew in for the rebound. And it's going to be Senegal ball. The referee blows the whistle. He noticed the shot clock wasn't going. They would have had a fresh 24 forever. So he's going to put 18 seconds on the shot clock, and it'll be Senegal ball on the sideline. These referees are on the ball. They're good.
They are honestly amazing. I have so much respect for them because I would never be able to do what they do. Being a ref is such a tough job and a lot of things to control in the game.
Can saves the ball. 9 to shoot. Nidioma Cam crosses over, splits the defenders, kicks it out to Yassine Diop. And the three-point rain continues for Senegal.
And the ball was going in the warm-up for Diop, and it's still going in the game. Wide open shot from the corner. I know that you as a shooter, Kelsey, you love that three-point shot from the corner being that wide open.
I would just park myself in the corner and make the guards and the bigs do what they gotta do and just wait for it. Diop got it done, 8 points for her so far in this game. And that just continues to add to the lead that Senegal is building, 36 to 27. And that's the fourth foul now on Nidioma Can. I think she's going to get a substitution now because, of course, this is FIBA and you can only get 5 and we've still got a lot of time left. And there's a technical foul there on head coach Sheikh Sarr. He's asking the ref now, what did I say?
What did I say?
What did I say?
Well, it's a little too late because the technical has been called and we're going to have a free throw opportunity for New Zealand. Hopefully for Senegal, it's not going to happen what happened, I think, the first day where 2 technicals were called, not just 1.
There's a very different demeanor that he had on that technical foul, and obviously we're not there to hear what he said to the referee, so, but that first day he was very angry and got 2 straight away. This time it looked like he was asking for some kind of explanation, but he's back up cheering his team on, and it's going to be a New Zealand ball, of course.
Funny story, Kelsey, about my technicals in the NBA. I don't have a lot of technicals. I was always a very good guy, a very respectful guy, but one time I said something in Italian to a referee thinking that he did not know anything about Italian language, and he knew a little bit, and he knew enough to give me a technical after I spoke to him in Italian.
See, that's actually a good trick. You can kind of say whatever you want as long as the other person doesn't speak the language, but
I thought, but they got me that time.
You got caught that time. There's a timeout called on the floor, and we will head inside the timeout and hear the ins and outs of what Coach Natalie says to her team.
So just be wary of that, because they're coming straight, okay? Hey, run a 3, all right? Please. So to Pelly back here, pitch it, all right? All right, Pal, get it? Go here, okay? Sean and Piz, we're here. Let's bring Tegan up, okay? Actually, no, let's do this. Don't throw to the post. Don't throw the post, all right? Sean, go get Tegan. All right, bring Tegan up. I want to bring Emmy off this. They hard chase you. Please curl. All right, we can't throw that. Catch as she curls over, catch and put the ball on the floor. All right, let's go. Let's go, Black! Go, Black!
And Coach Natalie is always very precise when she runs plays, and every player knows exactly what to do when a play is being called. I think we're going to see the play called number 3 for New Zealand. The option is usually to get the ball in the post for an off-ball screen on the three-point line for a three-point shot. This time they're not going to give it to the post, and they're going to pass the ball directly on the three-point line to see if they can get a wide-open 3.
Body up top, Hokianga. Hokianga pulls up from 3, just off the mark, and great rebounding once again by Phi. Senegal now, over to Gay. Gay drives off the glass. She has been so smooth driving through the key.
You cannot guard her one-on-one. She's been beating everybody from the dribble, especially going right and left, and finishing with both hands.
Yeah, she's a very talented player. Talk about talented players. Tegan Graham, a rare miss from her. Hokianga almost has the steal there. Diab comes down with it, and there's a foul called there on New Zealand. This one on number 11, Sharn Robati. Robati, that's her 3rd personal foul of the game. Take a look at how smooth Sabu Gay is when she drives to the floor. This is, again, our first time seeing her.
First time seeing her, and it's been great to see her being effective right away, especially with great moves.
Sabu Gay, so far in this game, has 6 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists. And of course, battling that injury. She currently plays at Providence, so still an NCAA player right now, so she didn't have to shake off any dust except for that injury the last 2 games. 17 to shoot, Senegal on the baseline. Phi, over to Gay. Gay tries to get it into Phi. Phi battling Tofeono, and she gets the best of her with a nice drop step on the left-hand side.
What a great move, a spin move to go to the right side of the basket and finish it, getting the defender to bite on one side. Great move by the big.
Tofeono doubled, gets it into Sharn. Robati, Robati kicks it out to Graham, back to Robati. Senegal doing a good job at packing the paint, and it hits the rim, so they got a fresh 14. Robati can't get it to drop. And Senegal, the rebounding queens of this one, come down with the board. It's a kickball against New Zealand. Senegal ball on the sideline.
Senegal controlling the game and controlling the pace of the game, and after this rebound, they're able to slow down and play their half-court offense.
NJ to Pui. Pui off the glass, and Senegal. If I said their offense was rolling in the first half, I really mean it now. 44-28. They've blown the lid off on the offensive side.
And that's pure confidence right there, especially on a backdoor connection that we did not see too much in the first 2 games. And when you see that, it's 2 factors, confidence and chemistry.
It's interesting to hear you say that, because when you listen to Coach Sarr, nice defense there, forcing a shot clock violation, but you listen to Coach Sarr in the press conferences, and he says, look, those first 2 games were against USA and Spain, 2 top 6 teams ranked in the entire world. He said, look, we're not going to give away a lot of our plays and a lot of our strategy. They didn't press. They were running 2 plays those entire 2 games. So it's interesting to see when they go up against a team like New Zealand, where they, are a little better matched, what Senegal is able to do and what Coach Sarr has been keeping in his back pocket.
That's a strategy that can come only if you have years and years of experience in FIBA basketball all around the world by Coach Sarr.
What a start to the second half for Team Senegal, building a huge lead and forcing New Zealand to take the timeout. Senegal 46, New Zealand 28, and again we'll head inside the New Zealand timeout to hear from Coach Natalie Hurst.
2 threes, fine. For me, it's all the one-on-one stuff at the end. If someone get back cut on, drive straight down there, mate, better than that. Someone else goes baseline, this person does not help. She goes here, this person doesn't help. Hey, you guard yours, no problem. You guard yours, no problem. 0. We've got people packed in here and we're not willing to go and we're not willing to drop. So we're just leaving people out on islands. Because their sets are not getting them anything. It is the one-on-one at the end of the set. When the shot clock is low and no screen comes, you have to get down in your stance and guard one-on-one. This needs to come, this needs to drop. This needs to come, this needs to drop. For me, that's it. Here we go.
And we saw this time Coach Natalie not being so calm as usual and trying to get the team to respond a little bit. It wasn't about X and O's, it's about playing a better one-on-one defense and talking about effort, which is something that you cannot teach.
It's true, and you know what? We don't see a lot of Ashley Strawbridge, so I don't mean to leave her out of this one, but the 4 that you see on the floor right now, Hokianga on your screen, as well as Sharn Robati, Ella Tofiono, and the captain, Tyler Dalton. These are the 4 players I want if I'm looking at toughness and I'm looking at energy to get this New Zealand team going.
That's what you need right now. You need answers.
Tofiono over to Strawbridge. Strawbridge pulls up from 3, a little short. Gay down with the rebound, and Gay, speedy, kicks it up to Pui. Pui just long. A big rebound by Tofiono to end the offensive possession there for Senegal. Okianga to Strawbridge. Strawbridge kicks it over to Robati. Robati trying to make something happen. Strawbridge right back. Robati one-on-one, and there's a cylinder foul again on Pui. And that's her 2nd personal foul of the game.
2nd personal foul, number 32, Pui.
New Zealand looks like they're responding so far from that timeout, playing a tough first 2 possessions. And here's Taylor Dalton inbounding to Tofiono. Nice little fake, 1-step pull-up is good. And New Zealand not laying down. They're fighting back in this one.
And the first answer comes from your captain.
And look at her. Scores, and she's right up in the grill on defense on the other end. Pui on the wing. Uses the screen. New Zealand showing the zone. Right down the middle. Knocked out of bounds by Robati. That would have been a wide open layup, but Robati able to get her hand in the passing lane. Just 2 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They got to get it up quick. Phi throws it up, and that one is going to be a little bit too late. Shot clock violation, and that's the New Zealand you want to see on the defensive end if you are Coach Natalie Hurst.
That was the answer that Coach Natalie was waiting for. Hopefully it's not too late. We still got a lot of basketball to play, but you know, 16 points is a lot of points.
16 points is a lot of points. They have a couple shooters that can get hot from beyond the 3 and try and erase that 16 points. Both teams showing the zone right now. Dalton over to Robati. Robati can't get it inside. Strawbridge over to Dalton. Dalton drives middle up against 3 white jerseys, and the white jerseys have been solid on defense, and they get the better of her there. Diop over to Pui, back to Gay. Gay drives middle, pulls it back. Crossover, redrive, floater is up, no good. Hokianga with the rebound. So physical here between these 2 teams, and that foul is going to go against captain Yassine Diop as Tofiono crosses the half-court line.
That was another beautiful crossover right there. Couldn't finish with the floater, but we like those crossovers, Kelsey.
They're fun to watch. She's been really fun to watch.
Do you have that in your game, Kelsey?
You know, I had a different head coach for all 5 years of my university career. And one of my head coaches told me I wasn't even allowed to dribble for one season.
That was a very straightforward coach, I would say, defining roles in the team, not letting you develop that much or even work on that crossover.
He definitely knew our strengths and weaknesses, that's for sure. And a strength for Ella Tofeono is her free throw shooting. They bring it back within 16 with 1.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. A timeout is called by Senegal. They want to keep the lead as big as they can, give their girls a rest, and get on the same page once again. We'll go inside to see what Coach Sheksar has to say to his team.
Tu restes en zone. N'oubliez pas, les gars, tu restes en zone. On est sur shoot. OK, on est sur shoot. On annonce très vite. On donne la balle ici, tu vas dans le coin 4, il sort. D'accord? Reverse la balle ici à 3. Voilà. Écran, pick and roll. 4, il sort, on donne la balle, on cherche de tirer à 3 points. OK, mais ça doit aller très vite. Mise en place. Si nous ne font pas la zone, on va jouer 4. 4. OK? 4. Sors où tu veux. Donne la balle, look for the back door. T'as pas le back door, on remet la balle au 5. 5 passe la balle et on joue le Spanish. C'est bon là? Allez. Hey, on doit scorer, hein. On doit scorer maintenant. On doit scorer, ouais.
I heard a lot of languages in that one.
Which one was your favorite?
There was a little English, a little French,
And
arriba.
Yeah. So Coach Sarr was drawing a play to play against the New Zealand zone. The name of the play is 4. And the goal of this play is to give the ball to the flashing big on the free throw line. And the flashing big will have to be the point guard in that play, trying to find the open three-point shot.
Oh, look at that. And they actually do have 5 guards on, like they took off their bigs, so that would make sense. There's Diop over to Mathilde Diop and her first bucket of the game. Mathilde Diop with 3 points, and what a way to enter the game and make an impact. Hokianga with the reverse, just a little bit strong, and here's Gay going the other way. Under 1 minute left in the third. Gay drives, pulls it out over to Pui. Pui shot fakes, gets it over to Diop. Both Diops on the floor, back-to-back threes. Diop central here, raining from deep as Senegal crosses the 50-point mark, under 30 seconds left to go.
And so Diop plus Diop equals 6 points.
A quick 6 points, a pretty 6 points, and there's Ashley Strawbridge keeping New Zealand fighting in this one with an easy layup. Just about a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Senegal will look to use most of their time. Gay out to Diop. Into Fai. Fai squares up, taking on Tofeono. No good, and just about 1 second left to go. It's dribbled off the foot of Pui. New Zealand won't get a shot, won't get an opportunity to put up a shot. Senegal leads the way 52-33.
What a third quarter by Senegal we were able to witness, Kelsey.
Senegal looks like a completely different team than we saw in those first 2 games. And like I mentioned, it's not quite fair to say they're playing 2 top 6 ranked teams in the entire world, but they look like a well-oiled machine here against New Zealand. I wouldn't have had this on my bingo card that it was a 19-point game going into the fourth quarter.
Definitely, and especially for a game like this, you were expecting anything can happen, but of course a tight game, which hasn't been a tight game as of right now, but anything, like I said, can happen. New Zealand is going to have their chances in the fourth quarter. They do have enough time to make it a game. We'll see what happens, but it looks like Senegal is in complete control, being able to score like we see right now in the paint and from the three-point line, from the guards and from the big.
Senegal is outscoring New Zealand in the paint, 22-12. And from the three-point line, they are doubling them. They've got 8, and New Zealand just 4 made threes. So kind of doing it better from every single spot on the floor, and their defense has been locked in from the start. I guess the only thing to look out now is the fouls. Sharon Robati for New Zealand has got 3 fouls, and she's one of the big players on New Zealand that you want out there if you're cheering for the Tall Ferns. And a couple players in foul trouble on Senegal as well. We saw Nidioma Khan get her 4th foul early in the 3rd quarter. She's still not going to come out to start this one. We'll probably see her later in the quarter. And then Yassine Diop, the captain of Senegal, she's got 3 fouls as well. So just something to keep in mind when you're watching how physical this game is getting on the defensive end.
We were expecting a game like this when the game counts so much for both teams. The physical part and the effort is something that is not negotiable.
Robati hands it off to Hokianga. New Zealand, if you're just tuning in the black jersey, Senegal in the white. Hokianga gets it into Robati. Robati creates some space, fade away just short, and like most possessions here that we've seen from Senegal, they're gonna get that rebound and only allow 1 opportunity for New Zealand. 10 to shoot. Sabu Gay uses the 5 screen, turns the corner, sees part, can't get it to fall. She wanted the foul call on that end. Hokianga kicks it out to Robati. Robati's got 2 on her, gets it into Tofeono. Tofeono's got the smaller defender on her, and she takes advantage.
What a move, a fake pass, spin again on the same side, and finish off the glass.
10 points for Sharon Robati, leading her team in scoring. Good defense there by Dalton, doesn't allow the play that they're trying to run, but eventually Sabu Gay does get the ball. Into Diop. Diop goes up, out of control, no good, but who's there to clean it up? It's 5. As she throws that back up, Kadaya 5 with 8 points, 5 rebounds.
Fai has been dominating the board offensively and defensively, not just tonight, but every single game she's been a presence down there.
Big rebound by Tofeono to give New Zealand another shot. Robati kicks it into Dalton. Dalton throws it up in the middle of the key. Can't connect, but there's going to be a foul called there on number 22. Excuse me, number 32, Fatou Pouy. That's just her 2nd personal foul of the game, but it will send Dalton to the line for 2 shots. Kayla Dalton goes to the line, the captain of this team. She played a year at Gonzaga, graduating in 2025. 4 years at St. Mary's before that, and she is one of the most senior players in this national team program. New Zealand still fighting their way back into this one. Senegal leads the way 54-37, just over 8 minutes left to go. Full court press, and Senegal is able to break that one easily. There's Lena Tamara up to Diop. Diop hands it off to Gay. Gay one-on-one. Crossover is great. She goes through the key, but just can't connect.
She hasn't been able to finish those multiple crossovers actions, and it might be just because it's the first game back. I'm sure she's going to finish better in the next few games or later in this game, but it's good to see her controlling the rhythm of the game, being the leader of this team, the best player of this team, and getting everybody involved offensively at the same time.
Well, you know, even if her shots aren't falling, she is doing exactly that. She leads the team in assists right now with 4 assists. There's a foul called there on New Zealand. Senegal will get the ball back. You're getting a look at Coach Sarr there. Got to be happy with his team's performance here tonight.
He's definitely happy, and especially when you play a very important game like this, you have your confidence skyrocketing, which is very important for the next game. No matter who you play, you know what you did today, you know you can do it tomorrow.
10 to shoot, Senegal up top. Here's Nene NJ. Pulls up from real deep with 2 on the shot clock. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Good defense there by New Zealand with a few fresh legs coming onto the court, and Charlotte Whitaker and Rebecca Pizzi. And for Senegal, we're seeing Nydia McCann come back into the game. Just a reminder, she has 4 fouls, so it'll be interesting to see if New Zealand can take advantage and attack her.
That's what you got to do offensively. See where the fouls are and attack a defender who has 4 fouls and can't really use their hands and being too aggressive. And a nice 3-point shot from the corner from your big New Zealand.
Charlotte Whitaker, her first 3 of the game, and it comes from their center. You'll love it. 1 through 5, a threat from outside. There's a foul called, an offensive foul called on Senegal. It'll go back towards New Zealand. Like I said, they've still got some fight in them. A 14-point game, 6.5 minutes left to go. And this is who you want to light the fire under your team, as Mathilde Diop takes a seat on the bench for a quick drink. But this is who you want, and it's Kyla Dalton, captain of this team. She's got a lot of fire in her.
For Senegal, patience is the name of the game if you want to win this game. Very good steal there in New Zealand. You cannot turn the ball over. You want to get back into this game, you have to be effective every single possession for the next 6 minutes.
The lead is back up to 16. Rebecca Pizzi called for the travel. That's actually her 2nd traveling violation so far in this game. So I think at that point we call it happy feet.
That means that the feet are smiling.
That's exactly what it means. Just a little bit too excited. Here's Senegal has the possession now. Can up top with Graham. Can drives, spins, out to Gay. Gay over to NJ. NJ, the turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Dalton, and there's a foul there on NJ. That's just her 2nd foul of the game. Neither team in bonus, so it's going to go back towards New Zealand with a fresh 24.
Second person foul number 21 from EA. So for New Zealand, number 50,
Kayla Dalton going to take a quick rest as they get in the younger Jade Kirisomi. Shearer into Graham, out to Pizzi. Pizzi picks up her dribble, back to Graham. The slip is good. Pizzi takes advantage, reads the defense perfectly, and puts it off the glass.
Very well played action by New Zealand.
See how Senegal responds now. Can up top, over to NJ. Fine now in possession, 8 to shoot. Can going up against a smaller Kirisomi. Can't finish. A couple bodies hit the deck, but it's New Zealand going back the other way. Shearer's got numbers. A little strong. Gay down with the board. Can now in the open court. Throws it up, no good. 2 bodies hit the deck. A little bit of extracurricular activity as Phi has some fire in her, and the referees have to separate them.
It's a lot of passion demonstration right there. A little too much, and that's something that another thing that the refs sometimes need to do is to control those fights make sure that everybody calms down a little bit, go back to your benches, regroup, couple of deep breath, and come back to the court.
The referees are going to have another look at the play, all three of them, as both referees head over. We actually get to listen to them, have a conversation, and watch.
So we are here to review potential act of violence. Can you show us the main camera live? Okay.
One more time. Wait, there's more. When I'm standing there, let's follow through, play through a little bit more.
Okay, play until in the end. Let's see what happens.
Okay, wait. There's, she tries to, but I was stopping her, so. Okay.
You're already busy. So let's go with the tight. One more time, slowly. Okay, this is already on the floor.
Maybe.
So go back to the main, just to see the fall. Okay. So
maybe
go back.
Maybe the number 4 camera. Number 4.
No, it's not working.
Okay.
Yeah, go back. First. Go back. This. Okay, go with the main camera. I think this is the best angle. Just zoom in a little bit. So, can I have it? So here we have a slight push off. And
what left was clanking the arm.
We have a clamp and throw her on the. So this is also already considered as unsportsmanlike foul. Excessive contact.
But the white player?
Now on the floor.
On the floor.
Let's see what happens later. So
she maybe
do we have a slap? No. So
like this arm movement.
Yeah, we have a swing, but there's no contact.
I think there's the contact.
You see the contact?
Yes. Let's go back. Both try to get up, and you use your arm to hit that.
Yeah, I don't see. Could be the elbow.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I think so.
And then we have
this
push down to the floor, so that's also excessive unsportsmanlike
foul.
So if we
both unsportsmanlike foul.
So we have 2 unsportsmanlike, first 45 and then 20, and then we continue from the baseline.
Baseline, backcourt.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So after the review, there is an act of violence, 45 and 20, both unsportsmanlike foul. We continue with baseline for black team. So, first we have a black 45, unsportsmanlike foul. We have white 20, unsportsmanlike foul. Okay, we have it baseline.
What you got for me, Kelsey?
So I guess we saw Boris Krejcic and Jian Sun get together, and that initial unsportsmanlike foul, I think, is Charlotte Whitaker of New Zealand kind of stopping short and having Kadia Fai fly over her, and then Kadia Fai's reaction to that also, you're going to see here, gets her unsportsmanlike foul. So they kind of cancel each other out, and it'll be New Zealand ball on the baseline. It was physical from the jump. We knew something was going to happen.
Yes, and the crowd got involved a little bit in that decision after looking at the replay.
Yeah, so the replay that you saw on the TV was also on the Jumbotron here, and there's a big contingent here for Senegal. Here's Can on the move, kicking it out to Gay. Gay to Tamara. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Tamara off the screen, right back to NJ. NJ to Can. 4 to shoot. Can from deep, just short. Big rebound there by Amelia Shearer. Shearer back up to Graham. A quick stop and pop is no good. Shearer gonna redo it. That one just short. As Fai hits the deck, grabs the board, and gets it out to Gay.
Every time Gay gets the ball, it looks like she's going to a different pace compared to everybody else, going so fast and being able to get down the floor faster than anybody else.
She's so fast, but her IQ is also so smart, so she gets by everyone, and then she's like, wait, we gotta pull this back. We gotta take some time here. We're up. Here's Charlotte Whitaker to Shearer. Approaching the 3-minute mark now. New Zealand gotta get some points on the board quick if they're looking to get back in this one. Rebecca Pizzi, Phi is gonna be charged with that foul. Kadaya Phi, that's her 3rd personal foul of the game. And a couple substitutions for both teams. Yassine Diop checks back in for Senegal, while Sharon Robati and Taylor Dalton, as well as Ella Tofeono, come back in for New Zealand. So you're starting 5 back in for New Zealand to finish off this last 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Still looking to claw their way back into this one, and it's Rebecca Pizzi at the line for New Zealand, who could start the comeback here. This is a player I mentioned in another game, but if you're watching for the first time, Rebecca Pizzi works as a physiotherapist full-time. So one of the few players on Team New Zealand who's not playing professional basketball is their full-time job right now.
She has a plan.
She has a plan. This is just a little hobby of hers. What a cool hobby to have.
So for New Zealand, number 14, and
12 points, 3 minutes. Very doable by New Zealand. We'll see.
Got to start with some stops if you're Team New Zealand. Lock in on defense. And Gay trying to get the open shot. She does. Diop in the corner, no good. Robati with the strong rebound. Here's Dalton on the move for the Tall Ferns. Dalton over to Shearer. The foul called there on NJ as they battle for position with Robati. It looks like they're in the bonus, so Robati will go to the line for 2 shots, and it's a good sign here if you're cheering for New Zealand and they're already in the bonus, still just about 2.5 minutes left to go. You're gonna get a chance at the line every single time.
Senegal, if you're Senegal, you don't want to foul. That's one of the quickest way for New Zealand to get back into this game.
Now in the 4th quarter, we do not get to go inside the timeout, although I wish we did, because I would love to hear what Coach Natalie Hurst has to say right now. But you said it, down 12, a shot to make it 10 here at the line. 10 points in 2.5 minutes. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Danilo, it's doable, yes?
It's very, very doable. I think that right now, Coach Natalie is definitely setting up her defense for this defensive action after the free throws. And she's gonna set up also the next offensive call. Either there are gonna be 2 different offensive calls. Either if they get scored on, there is gonna be a play. If they don't get scored on, there's gonna be another play. 2 completely different situations. A half-court set with a transition set.
And for the defense, it'll be interesting to see what they go to, because we've seen a zone, we've seen a man-to-man. We'll see what Coach Natalie Hurst thinks they've had the most success in.
I think my advice would be to get, just like they're doing, to have your big waiting at the free throw line or half-court and press 94 feet with your guards. You gotta rush Team Senegal into something they don't want, and you gotta steal sometimes just so they start the offensive set, not with 18 or 17 seconds on the clock, but with maybe 10 seconds on the clock.
It's gotta start with a make. There we go, Rabati with the make. And there's gonna be a substitution in. Tofeono is gonna take a quick seat. It looks like they're gonna go offense to defense here, so Strawbridge is gonna come in for defense, and we'll see Tofeono already checking back in on the offensive end. Shearer grabs the ball mid-air, goes up, cannot finish. the transition bucket. That would have been nice for New Zealand. Diop, the mid-range jumpy is good, and Senegal not slowing down on the offensive end.
Not slowing down. That was a tough shot. The ball went in, but if it didn't go in, as a coach, I don't know if I was going to be happy, because you need to slow down a little bit.
Definitely a quick shot in transition for Senegal, which is exactly what New Zealand should be doing as they approach the 1 second mark of the shot clock, and Shearer is having bad luck finishing at the rim the last 2 possessions. 1.5 minutes left to go. Here's Gay. Gay over to NJ, to Diop. She pulls up for 3. That one is good, and that could be the dagger that gets this one done for Senegal, putting it out of reach. 61-45, 1 minute and 20 left to go.
And Diop said, just like Vince Carter back in 2000, it's over.
Vince Carter is one of my childhood heroes. Double alert for Sokna NJ. 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists to go along with it. And a huge offensive performance from this Senegalese team. Taylor Dalton can't connect from deep. And Senegal going to use all the time they have. You can see even Coach Sheksar saying, flatten out, flatten out. You don't need anything to happen too quick. They've got 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. A foul called there on Sharn Robati. It's her 4th personal foul of the game, but they're not quite in bonus yet, so they'll just get the possession back on the sideline with a fresh 14. Guy gets the ball back. Gay drives, kicks it out to NJ. NJ for 3. No good. A big rebound by Amelia Shearer. Robati to Dalton. Dalton back to Robati. Gotta throw it up. Robati looked good, but just a bit long. And now Senegal taking their time back up. And they could dribble this one out.
And I think they will.
That's going to be the end of the game. Senegal gets its first victory here of the 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup qualifying tournament in San Juan, Puerto Rico. 61-45 over New Zealand.
End of the game. New Zealand 45, Senegal 61.
What are you most impressed with from Senegal?
I was about to say that I was very impressed, but no more after working with you these days about your prediction. 62 and 61, you haven't missed one yet, but I'm very impressed with Senegal, the response by Senegal after the first 2 games. Today was a statement game for them, and they came out from the beginning playing well and aggressive for 40 minutes. Well done by Senegal.
Look at some of the leading scorers here, and for both teams, very evenly played game for both. Taking a look at the winning team, Senegal, leading the way in points, Captain Yassine Diop with 13 points, and a huge double-double from Sokna NJ, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, but you can go down the roster. Everybody put points on the board. 8 points for Sabu Gay in her debut here in San Juan. 8 points for Kadia Faye to go along with 7 rebounds. And Nidio McCann, another huge impactful player on this team. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Let's look at the top plays of this 4th quarter. A lot of hustle plays here and a lot of offensive rebounds for Team Senegal, as you saw one right there. Couple threes for New Zealand as they fought their way back into this one. Like I said, the debut for Sabu Gay, it was fun to watch her play today. She ended with 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. A big performance to lead her team past New Zealand. And that's a big win for Team Senegal as they look to stamp their ticket, to the World Cup in Germany in September. The TCL player of the game today is Soknya NJ with 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists, and what a game she had. The only double-double in the game between both teams. A huge performance from her today. Take a look at the standings. USA, Spain, and Italy have won all their games so far here in San Juan as Senegal finally gets their first win. We'll be back with USA taking on Italy later today, and then Spain taking on Puerto Rico. The next 2 games could have teams stamp their ticket and get qualified to the World Cup, depending on who wins. If Italy wins, they're on their way to the World Cup. If Spain wins, they're on their way to the World Cup. For now, we still have teams fighting here in San Juan. 5 teams fighting for 3 spots because, of course, USA has already qualified for this one. At the end of the game,
a fairly quick trip from Italy to Germany.
They just got to win their last game or their next game, and that's coming up in just a few minutes. We'll be back in about an hour with USA, Italy. Thanks for tuning in.